Hello and welcome back to Comic Studio. Before we're gonna begin of this video right here, we got some great news in 4 days ago. Cookie Run Oven Smash is finally here, and you can definitely search up into the internet around here for the Oven Smash lore and many more around here as possible. Coming up for many more videos like this one on the internet. So, as we checked out Cookie Run Comic Studio, there is new game around here for something like these things as well. And well, yep, there doesn't actually look like Cookie Run characters like even this one. So, there is a new cookie who have eventually added since Oven Smash have been released 4 days ago. And even there's Rocket Run around here that tried to copying Flappy Bird like this one. Now that Melon Soda Cookie was eventually added, and there's new side games around here for this one. That since we already found out that must be for some other kinds like the games from the Witch's Castle, new cookies like Saffron Cookie, Candy Chain, and Rock Candy Cookie. And so that the Tower of Adventures have right next to Neon Danish Cookie. Two new cookies have completely added into the game, such as Phoenix Pepper Cookie and Malalongsia Cookie, and some new NPCs, of course. And so, there are new cookies like the Oven Smash, including one of the Kingdom cookies like them as well, new costumes or anything it was. So, Oven Smash is finally here, around here, for one of these things as well, since the game released in 4 days ago. But now it's finally on Comic Studio, that I have recorded this thing last night that I have scheduled this video. So, let's now begin of this video, but designs and art except Limbery Cookie by herself. Definitely that wasn't actually going to be pretty existed around as well. We're going to be checking out B's OC Comic Studio, and definitely there must be only 6 of these cookies who ever exist like this one. So, Limbering Cake Cookie was absolutely owned by herself, but probably Shure. This is absolutely the main character in the middle one. And more cookies like Sour Gummy Worm Cookie, Cream Heart Cookie, Black Cherry Cookie, Green Tea Leaf Cookie, and Coral Squid Cookie. As of them again around here for this one. I've already seen this in a while ago, and it has a few sprites that look like this. Also, there aren't like the same sprites at all. It was a little bit of limited sprites and some costumes down here. I'm not pretty sure. There aren't costumes like this one, but only one of them like these things as well. Let's start to give up for something like this thing as well. Started up the stance as well. This is the original Adopt, art by Clockbed Coral. Go follow him. I'm pretty sure this is absolutely for the original art as well. Another one could be for herself like this. As you can see around here to do this, Sour Gummy Worm Cookie is a bit of an international freelancer traveling through dimension damaged by the international bandits and helping solve problems, repair what's broken, etc. What its estranged sister to Twizzly Gummy Cookie, whose outlaw status is what inspired Sour Gummy Worm Cookie to help people caught up in their wake. She'd never tell anyone that though. And well, she wasn't look like a bad guy. This is absolutely a bad guy, I'm not pretty sure that you'd let me know down in the comments. Another one is Cream Heart Cookie, and it was a model. And all sorts of deals with highbrow fashion designers. Druhi does have a personal preference for the acid and crowned punky. Another cookie for this some kind of town, which could be a female, of course. She is a dream-minded girl at the same high school cheerleader Cookie attends. Not mean sprite, but clucky and sometimes judgmental. She's nevertheless a very popular girl with a high energy attitude with academic achievements. Someday, this comic studio was completely discontinued as well, but since another one is could be another male. So he's a peaceful cookie running his own tea house in a small mountain town popular with tourists. He speaks softly and acts gently and is always willing to lend someone's advice or a listening ear to his Patreons or some sort of patrons for one of them as well. So this is definitely a little bit peaceful. And the last one is Coral Squid Cookie. She was a rookie crew member or some sort of. This thing is a cookie crew member in the Navy crew. Not a Captain Ice's crew, but a different one entirely. Helpful and chipper. They have seemed amazed by just about everything about sailing on a cruise or some sort of a local boat. There is a captain seems to have something else in mind other than simply being a Navy captain though. So that's all of the characters. Nothing here and everywhere except there must be two backgrounds. Just like the same game as well. We could have absolutely added cars. We're gonna be looking around here for some other kinds of usernames. And I'm not pretty sure this last post since October 12th of 2024. But seems like this is absolutely definitely her birthday around here for this one. It was owned by Lime Gamer Time Forever, but I could not absolutely sing that username who got terminated out. The last post of himself wasn't going to be even this way. But I'm not probably sure her PC may not absolutely a little bit safe. But even after all, that must be for multiple comic creators that she have been created. And Cutie's OC Comic Studio right there, I'm not probably sure this wasn't going to be look like anything around here for just like that stuff. So, the original one is maintained by BROFIST or something like this one. So, this is not the owner about of this comic studio. So why does not absolutely look like what happened to this one? So, this username owned it a little bit for something as well. So, he definitely owns Friday Night Funkin' Studio, or some sort of like Friday Night Funkin' Comic Studio, and Hollow Knight. Probably, sure. Or something like Hollow Knight Comic Studio for this one. And not even more around here for some sort of this one. It's not gonna be a little bit worse, isn't it? But definitely in a few comics that eventually posted around here, but I don't think that doesn't absolutely look like a little bit pretty good though. So, without wasting our time, let's find out where anything it goes. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that was everything that she haven't posted around here. So, that definitely discontinued posting for more comic studios inside of B's OC Comic Studio. She wouldn't able to be posted ever again. Since the first post had been posted around here, it eventually launched it around here for something as anything as well. After she spent some votes around here, since August 1st of 2023, I am not pretty sure. This is absolutely some sort of a little bit for one thing. 3 comic pages, and anything around here for this one. This is probably a little bit good though. Into the second page, into the first one, but this is absolutely the last one, but I'm not very sure she haven't able to be posted even though yet. And even though the first posted around in June 1st in 2023, 7:35 p.m., it was really inevitable for me to make my own personal comic studio. I don't have my comic studio yet. I refused to sign in. And then on August 1st of 2023, 8:31 a.m., low effort art post. Dear God, I actually need to post now. I need to work on edit or something as well, but unfortunately, she does not have enough money to edit a little bit more one of these characters into the studio. Because is this as absolutely currency about of this comic studio? Maybe I'm not pretty sure this wasn't going to be absolutely pretty that yet. Before Limeberry Cake Cookie comes with Apple Fairy Cookie or even some kind of cookies like Candy Apple Cookie from the Kingdom, and from the Oven Break could be Lime Cookie as well, that I just totally compared one of these cookies, but I did added anything around here beyond one of these cookies around themselves, and even though there must be for some sort of a little bit amount of comparison for one of these as well. So I'm not pretty sure if this is absolutely wasn't actually matched one of the cars like this thing as well. So just let me add it around here for this thing as another car like this one. So even though this is absolutely that compared to the red guy over here behind the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, for this thing as well, this is definitely actually Twizzly Gummy Cookie. This is absolutely her daughter, but I'm not very sure. This is not absolutely for some sort of connections around with them. So this is definitely for one of these guys look like these. And even though I didn't put Sorbet Shark Cookie on top of the police officer from the Oven Break, but I guess I definitely put some Black Mesa security officers from Half-Life 1 and a citizen from City 17 in Half-Life 2. And even though I definitely put alternative this thing as well, this is Lime Cookie right next to everybody itself for this one. This could be a 2018 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, and not anything like these things as well. This is Cheerleader Cookie's rival, and it's not their daughter look like this as well. So definitely we're not absolutely going to be a little bit worrying about, and because we're about to end of this video quickly, if you're going to be checking out of this comic studio, it's going to be for everybody as well, or some sort of the age of 13 users only. You can check it out into the description below, and you can also check it out on the main website, where you can browse any comics where you want and search for communities and even votes or some kind of studio crossovers inside of that comic studio, or you can try to make something on your own or something like that. And that's the final like anything for just like anybody as well. So that is probably the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be see you all later in the next 2 days. And this is TC is signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later.